Hey, what is up, my friends? Today is the first day of 2018, and I wanted to tell you guys Happy New Year. I really hope you guys had a good time. And hey, look, you know, if 2017 wasn't your year, leave that shit in the past. It's a brand new year. Today, right? It's a brand new day. It's a brand new week. It's a brand new month. It's a brand new minute. It's a brand new second. It's a brand new hour. Whatever you want to call it, it is a brand new you. My friend, every moment that passes by is a fresh moment for you to reinvent yourself. So fuck resolutions, fuck waiting for the right time. The right time doesn't exist. It's a fallacy. It does not exist. You're never gonna have the perfect moment. You just gotta take action, man. That's all you gotta do. So if 2017 wasn't your year, if yesterday wasn't your day, right now is when you start taking the actions of the person that you want to become. Solidify those goals you have by taking immediate action on whatever it is that you want to accomplish. And I promise you, those objectives, those dreams and those visions, all those objectives that are way out in the distance will start coming into focus. So look, guys, you know, we recently broke 20,000 subscribers here on the channel, and I can't thank you guys enough. I really appreciate all the support. 2017 was a great year for us growth-wise. 2018 is going to be even bigger. We got a lot of awesome stuff coming up on the radar that's going to get created this year. A lot of just fresh, awesome content here on the channel. We're going to be developing all kinds of training courses for our tribe members. Our tribe member perks are going to grow. We're going to have an app. We're going to do all kinds of great things for you guys this year. I'm working on writing a book, but before I get on to, like, you know, the radar and what we got coming up, I'd like to dive into some questions because I promised you guys a little bit of Q&A time. So let's pull up the phone here. Some of you guys left me some questions on some posts for this video, and I'd like to go ahead and just give you guys some answers. The Reaper 5125 asks, can you list down all the gear that you're currently using for video recording? I've actually already got a video of all that stuff up on the channel. I did a complete breakdown and review of my film gear, and now some of that stuff has changed since I did that video, but the majority of it stays the same. So, you know, if you're looking to get into video creating or create a channel of your own or whatever, you know, that is a good entry level kind of starter pack, if you will. If you want to watch that video, like, everything that I use is tailored to getting your feet wet in this industry. Some of my stuff, like I said, has changed and upgraded as we've evolved, but I'll be sure to list some of that stuff down in the description for you, man. JH asks, hey Mask Tactical, I would love to know how you would advise people like me who live in Manchester, the UK, who can't have guns legally and live in big city areas that are overcrowded, so traffic would be impossible to get through in an emergency situation. What would be your advice? Would you bug in or bug out? So when it comes to living in overpopulated areas where you can't legally own weapons, you know, that's just an issue on its own. So for me, for one, the very first thing that I would try to start doing is making my way outside of the city. I would try to live out in the county, you know, or rural areas as much as I could. That's just for me personally, but you know, you might not be in that situation. Your job might demand you to be in that city environment, and if that's the situation, then it kind of is what it is. Because weapons are illegal doesn't mean that people aren't going to have them, right? So I would do whatever you had to do in those situations at the time if something did come up to weaponize yourself, right? Steel pipes, rocks, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Be resourceful, find weapons out of nature. Make a knife out of a bar of metal, you know, whatever you got to do to weaponize yourself, because I think that, you know, other people are going to have weapons, or they're going to utilize resources like that just the same way to defend themselves or cause harm to people if they wanted to. And like I said, just because things are illegal doesn't mean people aren't going to have them, man. There's a lot of areas here in the USA that aren't, you know, guns aren't allowed, and you can't, there's other places around the world that you can't have knives and stuff like that, but people still have them, man. So you know, you kind of gotta, you know, that's a hard one to judge. I'm not in your environment. I'm not in an environment like that, so I don't have tons of experience like that, but logic tells me that, hey, I need to probably start moving out of the city limits, and I need to be resourceful, right, with my knowledge, and learn how to craft weapons from nature if I needed to. You know, you're in a city environment, so there's going to be all kinds of stuff just at your disposal that you can make weaponry out of. But as far as from bugging in to bugging out, the situation's going to dictate that, man. It's really hard to, you know, like if you're talking like complete full-on collapse scenario, definitely probably try to see that coming and get out of town before such thing happens. But, you know, situation's going to really dictate that. So bugging in or bugging out, it's not really something that I feel comfortable advising you on. And take that information for what you will, guys. I never claim to be an expert in all things survival and preparedness. I'm just a guy who trains a lot, develops experience, and conveys that experience through our content to you guys. So, you know, pick up on that however you want and use it however you want. Just understand that, you know, what's really going to make the difference is if you're getting out and you're training and you're getting hands-on, because it's only through that that you develop experience, and it's the experience that teaches you what you need to do, what kind of skills you need to acquire, what kind of knowledge you need to gain. And so, you know, above and beyond whatever I can advise you or whatever anybody else out there can advise you on, you've got to train hard, because that's who your real teacher is going to be, right? Like, not me, not anybody else. That's who your real teacher is going to be, is the experience. So get out there and jump on it. Vicus3 Plays asks, out of all the knives you've had, which one is your favorite? Pretty generic question. I get this one a lot. When it comes to my actual survival blade, like my fixed blade, go-to, you know, one knife. If I had to pick one knife for the end of the world, as far as the knives that I have used and I have owned, the Gerber Strong Arm is probably going to be my go-to. Now, are there other better blades out there? Sure. Are there other blades out there that I would prefer? Definitely. But as far as what I have used and owned, the Gerber Strong Arm stands out for me. It's a high quality blade for a low price, and of course you get Gerber's lifetime warranty. Now, when it comes to EDC currently, and I switch all the time, right now I'm carrying the Kershaw Shuffle 2. Not a quick release blade, so I was a little bit disappointed in that, but it is a great little blade. I'll probably be reviewing this one pretty soon. But I've used a wide variety of folders, and really just haven't found that one for me yet. I'm sure when I get up in a little bit higher prices I'll find one, but so yeah, that's my blades. So that's going to do it for questions. I wanted to go ahead and switch gears really fast back over to our radar to give you guys a good snapshot of what you can expect from us in the new year. So the biggest thing, the number one thing that I'm going to be doing this year is actually writing a book, right? That's crazy, right? Like, growing up as a kid, I never thought that I would be the kind of guy to write a book. I never looked like the kind of kid that would write a book. You know, nobody probably ever expected any of the things that I do today to come out of me back then. But hey, I'm going to write a fucking book. All right, so it's not going to be an autobiography or anything. It's preparedness focused. It's going to be good shit, good practical stuff that you guys can learn from. And so basically what it is I've had this concept, this system, this process, this method, if you will, whatever you want to call it. Let's call it a method. I'm going to call it the primal method. Okay, so this method that I've had brewing in the back of my mind for so long, there was always gray areas, right? Like, there was always missing pieces, and it took until recently for all that stuff to come together for me. And because it's all came together, now I'm ready to start writing the book. And I'm starting that process now and aiming for the book to be finished before the end of the year. So this book, it's going to be the basis for everything that we represent here at Mask. It's going to be a book. It's going to be a training structure. It's going to be a course structure. It's going to be everything. Like, everything that we are, this book is going to be the glue that holds it all together, right? Not just the book, but the method itself. Okay, so the gist, I don't want to give you guys all the details, but you know, if you want to learn more about the book as it evolves over this year, be sure to subscribe to our podcast. I'll leave the links for that down below. I'm going to be using the podcast as a medium to talk about the book as it evolves. So basically what you're going to get with this book is, I have a very strategic approach to preparedness. I think a lot of people fuck it up and do a lot of things backwards. I think a lot of people spend a lot of money and a lot of time focused on the wrong shit when it comes to preparedness. And this book is going to give you a step-by-step, start-to-finish breakdown, a logical sequence of things that you should do to get prepared, starting from absolute beginner to expert. And basically what you're looking at is 6 layers, right? Like, visualize 6 layers, a pyramid, if you will, 6 layers to this pyramid. And you're gonna have training and courses and everything for each layer, okay? And that's really all I want to say about it right now. But the next biggest thing that we're going to do over this year, early on this year actually, it's actually been in development for a while now and we're coming close to having it finished, is we're going to be launching our very first official digital training course. This course is going to be called Operation Optimize, and it's what I would consider layer 1 in the primal method. Okay, so again, I don't want to, there's just so much more I want to tell you guys about this, but because nothing's finalized yet and there are so many variables, I don't want to tell you guys all the details just yet. I'm going to be telling some of the tribe members some stuff, but so if you want to learn a little bit more about it, be sure to get into the tribe if you're not. But So that's like, those are the biggest, you know, capstones to what's going to go down this year for us. Some other things that we're working on are both a free and a paid app. The paid app will be included with tribe memberships. Essentially, you won't have to buy that by itself. But we're gonna have an app probably for just you guys as fans of the channel and whatnot, that everybody can utilize as a free resource, kind of just like a centralized app that you can put on your phone, which gives you quick access to all of our content, whether it's on the blog, whether it's on the YouTube channel, whether it's you know, downloadable resources, ebooks, whatever. We're gonna put it all in one centralized location for you and make it much more convenient for you. Now the app that we're working on for our tribe members is going to be a little bit different with a little bit more functionality. So that's just another big thing that we're working on. Obviously, we got a lot of big numbers goals, right? We want to grow the channel. We want to grow our subscribers. We want to grow our tribe members. We want to grow our fans on the Facebook page and in our free group and all that kind of stuff. So we got all kinds of numbers goals. And there's a bunch of other big stuff that we got coming out later this year. Again, this is just the highlights and the most important things. So guys, look, not to be too long-winded with this video, I just wanted to kind of shed some light on some important things coming up for you guys. A lot about our organization has been in what I would consider a gray area over the last few years. There's been a lot of details missing. This book, this method, everything that we create this year is going to give you guys some very much needed clarity, and it's going to really lay out everything and put it in such a way that it's just like, why didn't I think of that? So I'm really excited about it, guys, if you couldn't tell. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching this video. If you've watched it this long, I don't mean to ramble, but we've got a lot of awesome stuff coming. Thank you guys so much for all the support. I love you guys. My family appreciates it. You know, we're going to grow in every level, and we're going to take over this industry, and we're going to do a lot of awesome things and help a lot of awesome people become more prepared. So got any questions for me, guys? I'm always here for you. Try to be open and transparent and, you know, just available for you guys. Spit on the screen there, or the lens. Sorry about that. It's cold out here right now. I try to be available and transparent for you guys as much as I can, so if you ever need me, reach out. We'll catch you guys later. Peace out.